Hello, and welcome to Canvas Quiz Settings. In this video, we'll be going over the basic quiz settings for Canvas quizzes. The first setting you'll run into is the type of quiz that you would like to create. Here, you can select Practice Quiz, which are quizzes that aren't counted towards the final grade. You can select a graded quiz, which is the most common type, and this is a quiz that students can take inside of Canvas. They can take a graded survey, or they can also take an ungraded survey. The next grouping of options is all options inside of the test, so as the students are taking it. The first option is to shuffle answers. IDD does recommend using this option unless you have quiz questions that are very specifically supposed to be D or B or anything like that. You can select a time limit, and here any numerical value is just fine. You can allow multiple attempts. If you do allow multiple attempts, you can select which score to keep. You can also select or type in how many attempts you would like each student to have. When the students are done taking their quiz, you can click to let them see their quiz responses. If you do click this option, there are a couple options underneath that. You can say only after the last attempt, only once after each attempt, or you can let students see correct answers. The next option is to show more than one question at a time. You can also lock, and if you do select this option, you can select the lock questions after answering. Typically, IDD recommends that if you have a quiz of more than 10 questions, that you should not choose this option, as it can be a little bit hard for students to navigate. However, if you choose to do so, that is okay. We have the next options are the quiz restrictions. You can require an access code. This code will need to be provided to your students if you wish them to access the exam. You can also filter IP addresses, which typically we don't recommend using. The final quiz setting is the Assign section. Here you can assign the quiz to your students. As with assignments, you can select to assign this quiz to individuals, sections, or to everyone at the same time. You can select a due date, an available from date, and an assignment until date. The available from date is typically before the due date, as it will be when the students can start taking the exam. If you'd like to have the quiz due on the same day, that's okay. You'll notice that the times are different. And you can also set the until time to the same day as well. Typically the until time is after the quiz, so if you want to be generous and let your students take the quiz after the due date, you can. The Canvas will automatically mark any exams that are taken after the due date as late. The final option, and the best thing to always remember, is to always save your work. So if you click the Save button here, you can come back to your quiz later and finish it. However, if you're ready for your students to see your exam, you can hit Save and Publish. Thank you.